I don't want to just kill him. I want to finish this investigation. Are there any more objects that I can investigate? I mean, there's that right there.
What? Who are you?
What?
God!
Did you see me? Hold on. Howdy, folks! How are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and welcome back to our Assassin's Creed Mirage Let's Play adventure, where today we are continuing where we left off last time. If you have a look at investigations, we are going back to our friend Kong, because Kong promised to get me into the Grand Auction, and that connects back to here where we're trying to discover who this individual is, pulling the strings in Karch. And also, in between recording sessions, I went around and I found everything in this district. Almost everything except for the Lost Book in this district. Almost everything except here in Sick for a Tales of Baghdad. We're missing a Tales of Baghdad here, and we're missing 2 in the Wilderness. So we've basically almost 100% of the map. And if you're wondering about the 3 gear icons, you know where they are. They're like underground over here. And we now have... I mean, I zoomed in to show you, and then I accidentally hit inventory, but we now have all the shards. I found all of the shards in all of the regions, so I think we can go back there if we wanted to and get everything. But we're not going to do that today. We're going to continue the plot where we left off last time, because there's nothing worse than, like, ending an episode with a bit of story going on, and then you just don't resume that bit of story, and when you get back to it, you've forgotten what was going on to begin with. I'm speaking from personal experience here, okay?
I have a weapon.
Did something happen while I was gone?
Just me.
Ah, the little finch returns to the nest. Empty-handed?
It is here. This can help you get your wares out from the harbor.
Ha! I never doubted you for a second. Come, let us enjoy a cup for the memories.
I mean, he doubted us for all those seconds where he was, you know, claiming
What did you
we brought
find
back
there?
nothing, but...
Who was behind it?
A man by the name of Javid. He was working for someone, looking for an artifact.
He's dead now. We killed him. Quite by accident.
An
Well,
exotic hair.
there was an intention, but
It is important
we just kind of stumbled
somehow.
into it.
I need to find out why. I must.
You have changed, little finch. Or should I just say, Finch? When we last met, you were a street thief. Now, I hope you know what you are searching for. Sometimes, it is best to leave the thorn in, lest you bleed dry.
Wise. Very wise.
Now, for what was promised to me?
An invitation to the auction. It is only given to esteemed guests. Do not ask me where I got it from, unless you want lies. With that scroll, you can get in without having to fit yourself in one of my boxes.
That was your plan.
Men have endured worse to reach their goals.
Someone influential is looking for the hairpin, but let it slip. Now the only chance they have is at the Grand Auction.
Have we read this already? Yes, we have.
Now to look into the other lead.
Right, so we do actually have to do both leads. I kind of assumed we'd come back here, and after talking to Kong, it would just spearhead, or springboard rather, not spearhead, that makes no sense. It would springboard into the next bit of the story, which is why I decided to save it for the next episode. I can see now that that was a mistake, and a foolish one at that. We should have gone ahead at the end of the last episode and come back here and spoken to Kong, and then we'd be set up to start this episode with the other objective, the other investigation we were supposed to perform. That's on me. That's my mistake. That's my failing. I apologize to everyone. I am sorry. Maybe now would be a good time to go get those objects. Since there is a bit of a break in the narrative, you know, while we go to investigate, do this other investigation, we should just head back and get those special items. Who knows? Maybe they, like, break the game and make it really easy. Alright, we've got all 10 of 10 shards. I can't remember if that was the exact amount we needed. Maybe there's a couple of extra ones in there. I couldn't say for sure. If I remember correctly, I think it was like 3 and then 4 and then... Well, no, it couldn't have been 6. That wouldn't make any sense. Yeah, you know what? It was probably 10. It was probably like 2 and 3 and then 5. Or 2 and then 4 and then 4. That'd be... You know what? I don't even know. We're not going to speculate. Once we get down there, we'll see for sure. I remember the breakup was something like that. I wish that there was a faster way down here now, though. Because it's given me the opportunity, while waiting to slowly swim down here, to just talk a lot of nonsense and really not get kind of anywhere. You know what I just remembered is in Assassin's Creed Valhalla, right at the end, when we went with Sigurd, there was like other room with glowing lights in it that we didn't go in. We need to go back and do that. We also need to go find King Arthur's sword. There's a lot we've got to do in Valhalla. There's a lot we've got to do left in Valhalla. I'm glad we've taken the time, though, to sort of go off and do a different thing. This has been a nice refresher, a nice change of pace. I've enjoyed this more than Valhalla so far, and in fact, I'm kind of now dreading going back to Valhalla and having to deal with that game and its nonsense. So it was 2, and then 3, and then 5. That makes infinitely more sense. Place 2 mysterious shards, and we'll get the Dagger of Mysteriousness.
Excellent. The shards work. Perhaps I can use some more.
Yeah, perhaps. What does this thing do? The Samsama. We'll see what they all do once we're done here, but first off, let's collect all of the individual objects. Is that going to be armor back there? What's going to be inside of there? This is going to be the sword. The legendary Shamshire-e Zomoradingingingler. There's a lot of syllables in that, and several vowels, and I'm not really sure how to interpret what it was trying to tell me. Yeah, that's full-on armor. Alright, let's go. We've got Milad's outfit. It's Milad's outfit! Oh, we're gonna be a handsome Milad, aren't we? Let's have a look at what we've got. We'll start with the sword, first off. The Aisu sacrificed much to destroy their foes. Who were the foes of the Aisu? Who are the Aisu up against? I would love if there was another civilization living concurrently with them who was constantly maybe we ought to let the sun destroy us. There's always that group. Blood price. Maximum health is lowered by 50%, but damage is increased by 50%. Wow. Not equipping that one. What does this one do? Every 5th hit deals Basm, or heals Basm for 10% of his health. Okay, well maybe there's, a balance to be had there. Maybe there's a balance to be had. And then finally, Milad's outfit. Unseen Aisu energies overwhelm the weak-minded. Successful air assassination set off a flash of lightning to disorient bystanders within a 15-meter radius. I was kind of hoping for armor that was a little cooler than that. I was kind of hoping for something that was a little bit more useful. We'll go ahead and we'll put on the costume, I suppose. Just for the time being. And you know what? We'll equip the swords. Yeah, why not? We do a lot of assassinating. So it's not like it actually matters unless we get into pitched combat. Look at us. Oh boy. It's a bit silly, isn't it? Cool. Well, that just leaves Tales of Baghdad on the map. And the one book that I can't get to. I even looked it up online. Apparently you have to progress the plot a bit before you can get into the Palace of the Green Dome and get the last book, which is unfortunate. But aside from that, all we've got left is some Tales of Baghdad. We might do a dedicated episode to just doing Tales of Baghdad. And we'll do that later, not right now. We're going to continue the plot for right now, kind of where we left off moments ago. Do we need to go back and talk to Nahal? Or is that done? Okay, because Nahal doesn't exist, right? Nahal is a figment of my imagination or something along those lines. What have we got here? Merchants are being harassed in Karch. We're going to go deal with that now. Don't forget we've got the Dance with Thieves. Also, while wandering around the map and exploring, I found their hideout. I didn't go inside. Where was it? Here it is. The 1001 Nights Historical Site. Was that it? No, hold on. I think it specifically said that it was the 40 Thieves hideout. Maybe I imagined it. I don't know. I suppose that's possible. Some stalls have been ransacked by guards. Am I just looking for stalls that have been ripped apart by guards? Is that what I'm looking for? Is there going to be a visual element to this? Or am I just looking for people with little marks on them? This should be pretty straightforward. That one looks like it's been ransacked. Look at all the stuff on the floor. Have you been ransacked? Who runs this operation? Maybe actually that's just from that pile. Hold on. Oh, here we go. It's happening right now. Do I need to find a place to, have a sit? What? Do I need to do something here? Rescue the perfume merchant. In what context? Maybe we could just walk up in here and, read this? An apologetic draft. I just need a few more days, please. I will get the coin and pay my debt. The perfume that I stock is important and cannot be touched. I implore you to understand, the recent spike in tax has... The rest of the letter is incomplete. I'm going to help you, but I've got to figure out what to do with all of these guys first. Can I raise some sort of a... Oh, hold on. First off, let's blatantly steal from this man right in front of these guards. And then, can I, blend in with this crowd? What happens if I try to shoot someone with a blow dart while blended in with the crowd? Well, that didn't do anything. Hold on just a second. No, y'all got to get out of the way. Can't you see I'm trying to do something here? There we go. So obviously, like, no one seems to care or notice that that's happened. Or that that's happened. Or, no. Did that guy not fall asleep? What is his? Oh, there he goes. It took him a while. Alright, there we go. Everybody's taking a nice peaceful nap. Let me go ahead and get you out of here.
Stay back. We will talk later.
Whoa, okay, why do we sound like a robot? What was that all about? Now, nobody panic. Everyone's asleep. There's no reason for this. Everyone is literally asleep right now. Do I have to do this? Maybe it's part of the story, and therefore, no one's gonna be suspicious. It won't raise my notoriety or anything. Like, this has to be done for the plot. In fact, maybe they'll see me as a person of the people. Because I've in fact stopped the guards who've been harassing them. It sounds like they're all in fear and terror and fleeing for their lives. So maybe actually that didn't pan out that way.
What did you do to incur such aggression from the guards?
I did nothing. I'm only short of coin. Business is business, but I do not have the means to pay their tax.
Are your wares moving slow?
No, but in recent times, they have increased the coin requested. Therein lies the trouble.
Not just for you, but for others as well.
Mostly for people like us who are not from here, or not of the same faith. We find it's hard to feel safe in Kach. I have a shipment that's late. I fear my goods and camels might have been seized by the guards. They should have arrived with some merchants bound for the direct Amal. If I could ask a favor, my friend, please look for them.
Very well.
They should be along the road that leads to the south gate of Baghdad.
Ah, I might catch them at the watering hole along the southern road.
Thank you, Saidi.
This is almost the exact same quest we had to do already. This is almost an identical quest. Where we've got to go. Okay, fine. So, okay, you know what? Merchants are missing. They were last seen around Baghdad. They might be near the watering hole. The perfume merchant requested more time to pay off her coin. And then in terms of where we're heading in the world... You know what? I might have opened the menu too soon.
See if I can find those stranded merchants.
There we go. Okay, case closed. Now if we open this up, it'll be a whole different story, right? Now there will actually be a mark on the map right where we need to go. And you might think that we're going to go ahead and fast travel there, but I'll actually... You know, I was going to say there's so many pickpocketing opportunities, but there's literally not. It's an abandoned road. I mean, it's not going to be abandoned, but there's not going to be that many people traveling down here. I might as well just fast travel. Just get it over with. Just be in the vicinity and sneak up from a direction they won't be anticipating. The game's programmed in such a way, they're going to expect me to be coming along that road. No one ever anticipates a sneaky basm from just the countryside. What the heck? I beg your pardon? What was that all about? We could hop on our camel, but I don't think we're all that far away. What the heck? Why is everything so hostile out here? There's no reason for such aggression. I'm just wandering through. I mean you no harm. So there's a bunch of palm trees over there. That is, in fact, where we are trying to get to. See, we're coming up from nearly the exact opposite direction that they're going to be anticipating. And as the sun is setting, the darkness is going to be our ally. It will clothe us and cloak us like an assassin in the night, because that's literally what we are. That's what we are going to be. We are an assassin already at all times, and when the darkness comes, it will be nighttime. I'm not even making an analogy or anything. I'm telling you exactly the situation we're about. Oh, this is the Palm Grove. There's another part of Palm Grove that's on fire elsewhere. Enkidu, tell me about the situation. Yeah, the burnt bits are all over there, I believe. We ran through them once already. All right, where are the people? Well, they all look pretty chill so far. Uh-oh. What's his story? Actually, but no, what is his story? Should we go investigate? There's just like a chest over there, too. What is that all about? Do we reckon that's in any way related to this, or should we just head down there and speak to the lead merchant? This is suspicious. Why is there a random enemy combatant with a chest? I guess there's not anymore. Is there a reason for this? Bone dice. And some steel ingots and components and whatnot. Yeah, I don't seem to be presented with any sort of explanation. I also don't think I need to be, you know, worried about sneaking up here, because it turns out everyone here is pretty chill. So that's good. I was thinking maybe the merchants had been taken hostage or something along those lines, but
should be down this road.
Basm in that helmet, it sounds just...
For shelter.
Hi.
Assalamu alaikum. I was sent by a friend of yours who was worried for your safety.
As you can tell from the horse's head, she was right to be. We do not know what to make of this.
Let me help. Perhaps I can find out what happened.
We would be grateful.
Oh, it's a literal horse's head.
Left a clue. Footprints.
I was assuming this was like maybe a weird turn of phrase, a figure of speech,
My horse.
something I'd never heard of before. No, it's a literal horse's head.
Terrible deed. Do not cast your eyes on me. I did no such evil.
Do I actually need to like open up this separate investigation menu and have a look at this real quick? Undiscovered case, a figure using their power to extort coin from the merchants. I think we're about to have ourselves another person to assassinate here soon. The old horse
Is this your
killer.
horse?
He is claimed by Hades now. Not only do I have to worry about Baghdad's ridiculous thirst for coin, now I must be concerned about my livestock. Malaka.
I've heard that one
Rest in
before.
peace, Legume.
Fun throwback to Assassin's Creed Odyssey. For some reason, I've struggled to remember the names. I was about to call it Assassin's Creed Cassandra, which, I mean, you would know what I was talking about, wouldn't you? Yeah, I do see something orange over here that we could investigate. But also, I see some chests up here that we could raid for goods and valuables. Whoever, these actually belong to, they no longer have need of them. Attention guards, coin collection from Anka's Perfumery, Wise Exotic Meats, Bubble Pop Soap. That's a fun name. That sounds like the sort of place you'd have in modern times. Note, must I do your jobs for you? Stop their supplies if you must, but do what you need to do to secure coin. Do not forget the extra taxes for the Dehimune. If they want to bask in the richness of Baghdad, they must pay the right price. Do whatever you must. I wonder if they're, like, scraping coins off the top to pay for having to now bid on the auction for... It was just last episode. Was it a hairpiece? A hairpin? What was it? It was a trinket, an ancient trinket. I've forgotten now. You know what I'm talking about. Literally the last episode. Presumably you just watched it. It came out like yesterday. By the time I sit down to edit it, I'll remember what it was. Was it like a comb? Was it a toothbrush? It was a trinket of some
What
variety.
happened here?
It happened in the dark of night. I could not see well, but I saw someone. I think. I cannot be sure.
I think I know what happened.
What? Based on that information? I could have told you that. Of course there was someone. Horses' heads don't just fall off. Alright, that's not at all useful. Hello. I'd like to speak to you if that's possible. Before you start
Work of intimidation.
viciously beating the
Someone
rug.
is trying to prevent your arrival.
Who? Who would do such a thing? I have no enemies, no bad blood.
There could be worse fates if you continue down the road. Let me escort your crew to the gates.
You would do that for us? Shukran. God bless you. Quickly, get us away from here.
Let's
Let
go.
us move. The city is not too far.
I don't know who that was, but they
We
were in a
should
hurry
leave
to
this
get
place
going.
quickly.
Should have stayed home.
Are you going to bring your camels and all of your supplies and like all of your
I come from a
encampments?
place called Greece, west from here across the water. With my horse Legume, we carried goods to and from Baghdad. Oh, the cities we visited. Al-Quds, Basra, and even Samarra.
So everyone else is staying behind, as well as all of the supplies and everything you traveled with. It's just the three of you are heading. Oh, that's fine. I don't care.
These goods are bound for the Da'irat al-Mal.
Nay, the Great Auction is a big event, and that meant bigger demands.
So you are attending them.
Attending? I only wish I had the coin to spend. No, we are just providing stock for the preparations.
Care to elaborate? No? Alright then. Goodness me! Okay, everybody, nobody worry. I've got this. I've got half of my health, but I also deal more damage. Hey, wait, what are you doing? Come back here. Or do I deal double damage, or what is the actual percentage? I definitely feel powerful right now. Oh, cool, we got to do a double! Why does it have to be a half health? Why can't it just be something like deal twice damage, receive twice the damage? Merchants must be found. One knows where I am, and for my safety, he must be silenced. Kill the rest too. They are of no consequence. From what I gathered, they should be en route to the west of Baghdad. Find them before they arrive, and report back. A prize of coin awaits the one who succeeds and returns. Al-Inca. Interesting.
Report to someone called Al-Hankab. This confirms my suspicions.
Did y'all see how flawlessly I executed all of these guys as well? Easy does it there, horse. Easy does it. Do we have an upgrade that lets us automatically... Come back here, you imbecile. I summoned you for a reason. Don't go running from me. Alright, let's go. There's likely to be more surprises like that, as I was saying.
Could they have been sent to kill us?
We'll let them finish.
Likely.
This is not surprising. We've been vocal against the Khilafah and unfair taxes. It can cost us our heads. But the silent sheep is an ally to corruption.
They do not like this opposition.
I would not be surprised if they made an example out of us to others who might try the same.
Yeah, so like I was saying, instead of having my health, why not just have it to be I take double the damage, but deal double the damage? Why physically? Unless there's some other bit of gear we get that halves the damage we receive, and we could break the game in that way. In which case, I guess the way they've done it is
Here
fine.
we are.
1,000 thanks, Ya Sayyidi. Baghdad is not safe. Rumors swirl through the markets of merchants dragged from their stalls. Have you heard of such injustice?
I watched it.
Who would do this? Rumors say they target the Dhimmiyun, traders who are not from here. The Abbasids want a stake in all businesses. As long as there is coin, lives are secondary.
The note dropped by the guards was from someone called Al-Hankab. This person is the one behind the attack.
Do you know where they
I
are?
overheard the guards refer to the tax collector as Al-Anqa, which was odd. Because is the Anqa not female?
Tell me his name and where I can find him.
Suhail lives in a mansion west of Karkh. Be careful, friend. I doubt he works alone.
Thank you, friend. Wafaqak Allah.
So we've got our target, presumably. I've learned my lesson about opening the investigation menu too quickly. We are not going to do that. Okay, see, it says right now, case unveiled, but again, we're just not going to. We're going to be very patient. We're going to wait for everything to finish clearing through on the screen, and only then will we open it. Right now. Okay, if we head over to investigation, we'll see that all this is popping into existence there. Perfect. The tax collector mansion. Investigate the tax collector's mansion. We're going to track that. And then we'll come back to here, where we've got the person uses their power to extort coin from the merchants. Assassinate Al-Anqa the tax collector. So, I mean, we could just go directly to that. Are they not going to be at their mansion? Why would we even need to investigate it, I wonder? What would be the purpose? I don't really care. I just want to go do the assassination. Presumably you would think that after investigating the mansion, that's where the tax collector would be. But it's possible that, in fact, no. I'm still curious to find out why they're taking all this coin. Aside from just being a tax collector, you know. Aside from just the general rule of taxation is just extortion with a better name. And it's theft, you know. It's the government coming up, putting a gun to your head and saying, especially if you live in America, it's how much do you think you owe me? You better get it right. It's a nonsensical system, and it's like that on purpose. There are people who make a lot of money each year, these businesses, who do your taxes for you if you live in the States. And they don't want the tax system to be simplified. They don't want the government to just send you a bill each year, because then you don't have to have their services. So they petition the government to keep taxes increasingly more complicated and more difficult. They have these people called lobbyists, maybe you've heard of them, who go, and the more complicated it is, the more business they can do. And it's a whole evil system. And the tax system is also complicated because it allows for politicians to give breaks to their friends in private corporations, right? Like, they can manipulate specific little tax details. They give their friends cuts and their friends' competition raises. And the whole thing is extortion and theft and evil, and it needs to be abolished. The IRS should be abolished. I'm not saying no taxes, but I'm saying there's much better ways, much fairer and simpler ways. A universal, nationwide sort of sales tax would do. Relying exclusively on something like tariffs from imports would do. U.S. hasn't always had income tax, and we should get back to a time when we no longer do. That is unfortunate that we can actually see that happening in real time. Don't worry, Enkidu. I'm going to take care of that for you. We're going to be very sneaky. We're going to be very stealthy. We got to figure out what exactly it is the game wants me to find while we're here. Come on, big boy. I mean, you're more of a little fella. Come on over here. I mean, I don't know if this will do anything. I think it might, like, partially damage them. But they're definitely too big to be killed. We do know that we can use knives to pierce armor now, but I don't think it works for the assassin. I mean, you just watched. It did not work for the assassination. But the good news is, as they draw closer, we can just perform a regular old assassination, and the bodies are hidden inside of the plant, inside of the shrubbery, which is great because while dead men tell no tales, corpses lying about imply a thing or two. Now, what happens if we try to throw a knife at this individual from such a great distance? What if we fully charge it? What I'm concerned with is maybe their friend won't notice that, you know, where the knife came from and come to investigate, but actually maybe that suits me. Maybe I don't want them coming over here, maybe I want them staying exactly where they are. Absolutely perfect. Oh dear. Yeah, I didn't see that guy. Now we need to make our way further in so that we can locate whoever shot down my bird. There they are right there. It's a mark on them and everything. Not only, first off, they didn't shoot my bird down. My bird managed to escape. Enkidu is a small dragon and cannot be destroyed by something as simple as an arrow. And there we go. Vengeance, though, for attempting the deed.
Enkidu can scout ahead safely now.
I would love for the... like, in these video game, right? They shoot down my bird. I would love for, you know, the modern youth who get their history from Assassin's Creed games to think that's a real thing. Like, oh yeah, didn't you know that back in the day, people, they used to have birds they would use for scouting missions? It was very common for, like, rich tax collectors to have fellers up on roofs who shot down the birds. That's a real thing. I was in Assassin's Creed Mirage. Mirage is what brings us together today. Alright, I think I've seen everything there is to see. This guy might have just found a couple of those corpses that I didn't accurately, or not accurately, that I didn't completely dispose of. Accurately plays no role in this. There's no place for the word accurately. Oh dear. What? How did you even see me up there? I was getting ready to jump on you from above. Good riddance. I'm very upset that you didn't, oh, you know what? Hold on. What armor am I wearing? I was waiting to assassinate them. I don't know how they saw me. Is this my sneaking around and making less noise outfit? It is. This one has an upgrade ready, the Hidden Ones outfit, as well as this one and this one. So we can go get those upgraded here in a bit. In fact, I should have found all the upgrades by now, because I found everything on the map. So everything that can be upgraded should now have the ability to be upgraded, but it can't. What does that mean? The map has been 100%ed. There are no gear chests left. If you look at the world, no matter what region you look at, you got the wilderness, Karch, Abbasia, Harbiya, Round City. Where's the missing gear upgrades? Maybe not everything can be fully upgraded. That doesn't seem right, though. That doesn't seem right at all. That can't be the case. I refuse to accept that. Ooh, hold on. No, wait, there's a clue. Well, I don't want to get that clue, though, because there's a big guy walking around over here. And if he wanders back while I'm in the middle of reading that clue, it's going to be it for me. Can I hit that? That was a strange way to phrase that question, but you knew what I meant. Oh, dear. Okay, so it turns out we did miss a couple of guys over here, and that's fine. Oh, a number of them on the inside as well, and that's probably maybe the main guy there. He's not wearing a helmet from the looks of things, so he's probably just the tax collector. I think we're on the safe side now if we want to go ahead and read this note. Approved blockade funding. The agreed upon amount was taken from the tax fund for Karch and allocated to supplement the harbor's blockade as instructed.
The blockade at the harbor is funded by the coin of the people. There might be more information I can find around here.
That's why we're here. I bet that there is a chest full of goods that we need to go pilfer. Also, can we collect our knife back off of this fella? I keep thinking that my health is really low, and it is. It's below half. But it's not that bad, all things considered. It could be worse. We gotta remember that it's always going to be below half, or at half at most, with this gear on. I do like that power. We felt powerful when we were slapping guys around earlier. But it does require that I fight in such a way that I've not been fighting up until now, because I've mostly relied, it is an Assassin's game, I've mostly relied on stealth as my primary asset, and now the game wants me to play more so like it's a sort of fighting game, or like a hack and slash. Apparently my health is full. Goodbye, sir. And there we go. Son of a gun. Why did that, every so often you'll be in a combat encounter with these guys, and gosh darn it! Like, you go to throw the knife, and it's like, yeah, that's a one-hit kill. And then last possible second, a thing happens, and it just changes. Like, they just shift ever so slightly. It's very upsetting. It irritates me quite a bit. So can I get in from this back door? Do I need to find someone with a key? No, I can just walk right in. What could go wrong? Come here. Everything's fine back here. Nobody panic. What I don't want to do is just kind of stumble upon the guy we're here to assassinate. You know? As has happened in the past, even though I'm pretty sure he's right on top of me.
They should be back with the coin.
There he is. Orders to increase taxes. Suhail. Here are the proposed tax increases. Please act accordingly. Grains, 1/20th. Foodstuffs, 1/10th. Textiles, 1/10th. Ceramics, 1/5.
Orders to increase taxes.
No,
More coin trickling into their hands.
kind. The Dairat al-Mal is almost here.
I don't want to just kill him. I want to finish this investigation. Are there any more objects that I can investigate? I mean, there's that right there.
What? Who are you?
What?
God!
Did you see me? Hold on. It's okay. No. Shh, shh, shh. Okay, had to be done, first off.
Taxes have been paid.
That's exactly what I wanted to avoid. I didn't know he was going to see me! My second and final letter, Alanka. Coin is becoming scarce. Have you increased the taxes like I asked? I hear that you might be experiencing a few obstacles. The shipment of perfume is also late. I thought perhaps since you are local, you might fare better than I would, but I have been wrong before. I do not usually send more than one letter about something I want done. I never send a third. In. Okay, so this is now tying into Xenoblade Chronicles 3.
Someone not from Baghdad controls the strings. There is a scent on the letter. Perfume. Rose with iron. I am done here. Nothing else. Roshan and Rebekah will be waiting back at the bureau.
Yes, indeed. I've actually been here before. I've gone into this mansion and stolen the contents of that chest. Obviously, this fella here, who was part of the main story, was not present at the time. So, you know, that's why I haven't already killed him. Or maybe he was and he just respawns. I don't know. I think I would remember a man screaming, "Who are you?" while running around like a chicken with his head removed from its body. Back to the bureau! Back to the bureau, we'll be heading out of here.
Our protocol hidden one returns.
Finally, you found the path back.
That's not how that's saying.
What do you have for us?
The one we are looking
that doesn't work.
for is a Dimiyun, someone out of Baghdad.
You are certain?
I found proof. They were working with the tax collector and the harbor master. One used the guards to harass and extort coin from the Dimiyun. The other seized goods at the docks.
Extortion, I understand. But seizing goods? More objects from these ancient beings they worship?
They are looking for a rare hairpin.
It was a hairpin.
imported from the
Okay,
East Road.
I had that
It will be
basically.
up for auction at the Da'irat al-Mal.
An official invitation into the auction. Now, we have a way in. Well done.
Our target has to be someone connected to both Al-Anga and Al-Kululu. Someone working closely with the officials.
Informers heard whispers of the Khalifa's treasurer. In recent times, they have been quite involved in the businesses of Kar.
Someone like that will no doubt make an appearance at the Da'irat al-Mal.
We should prepare, so I will scout ahead. Meet me near the souk when you're ready.
Not a lot is known about this person.
We keep going to put up our hood, but we don't have outfits with hood. Well, I mean, now we do.
I will tread carefully.
Why is it not applying the filter to his voice here? It definitely should.
Contracts on the board, if you can find the time.
Maybe later. For right now, I do want to have a chit-chat with this fine gentleman.
Good to see you.
Welcome, welcome.
I would like to... I don't have anything to unlock another tool. We're going to have to use some of our upgrade, whatever words, they're difficult sometimes. Let's see what we've got going on here. Increase the distance you can throw this tool. Increase how much damage the throwing knife causes by 50%. I mean, we might be able to one-shot the big guys if we do that. Being able to throw it from further isn't... It hasn't come up that we need to throw a knife and have not been able to make it. So I think that's probably the better call. As for the trap, we've gone for extended range. Having 2 extra ones would be useful. And then we've already done that here. So do we want to increase how long the effect this tool lasts? Well, I think we've already done a thing where it does not sleep effect lasts indefinitely. So that would be kind of useless. Increase the effective range of the tool, I guess, is the best option we've got for now. Targets are poisoned instead of put to sleep. Yeah, that causes a whole bunch of stink, I think. No longer be awakened. Berserker Dart would still be fun, but I think in every instance we've used the Dart, it's better that we don't do that. Sorry, can we upgrade it to the next tier? I wasn't even paying attention. We do have what it takes to unlock Trap Tier 2, which is fun, which means that we can either have targets in the explosion lose defense, or increase the explosion area, or replace proximity detonation with remote detonation by whistling. That's kind of cool. We're going to go with Wide Burst. Finally, we are going to open up our menu and have another look at our skills, which is the word I was trying to find earlier. And with the 5 skill points we got, we can unlock the other 2 tools. Or there are some other options, right? So, increase Eagle Sense. Get a boost to Eagle Vision. Automatically highlight enemies when crouched and undetected. That's super useful. An additional chunk to the focus bar. An additional chunk to the focus bar. Slow down time while aiming throwing knives in midair is never going to happen. Dodge towards it. See, that one's useful, but like... Focus bar will refill faster after each stealth... I mean, focus I feel like is something we need to be using more of. I'll tell you what we will do. We're going to go ahead and unlock the 2 remaining tools, I think. We're going to do that one. This one requires... Yep, go ahead and do that one. That'll leave us with 1 skill point. The next thing we're going to do is probably increase focus. Because being able to aim, slow down time, and throw knife, like, that's just never going to come in handy. So now we awkwardly come back and talk to this guy again to actually unlock the new tools. And we've got to pick which one to do first. We can get both, but I think we're going to go with Pumpkin first. This is the Noisemaker. Yep, unlock that sucker, and then we'll get the Smoke Bomb.
Seen enough?
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to have a look at them, even though I know I don't have enough materials to upgrade them. But I do want to have a look at them and see what we can possibly do in the future. So once we get some more of the components, we can either increase the capacity, increase the distance from which enemies are drawn to the explosion, or increase the distance you can throw the explosion. Okay, and then there's some other things. We're not even going to look at them because who cares? We can't use them. Smoke Bomb is classic Assassin's Creed stuff. So increase the distance you can throw the object, or increase how long the smoke remains active. An alchemical vial that releases a thick cloud of smoke that obscures vision. Smoke can be modified for attack or defense. Again, we can't upgrade it, so why even go through our options? We'll just go ahead and... I've gone so long without accidentally doing that. Ubisoft, this is a PC game, okay? Escape closes menus. It dismisses... You know what? We're not gonna dwell on it. We're not gonna be angry about it. We're gonna loot this chest. When we come back next time, we're gonna go meet Roshan near the bazaar and assassinate whoever this individual is. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.